Hello everybody, welcome back to Zero Tolerance TV. ZT and now my new cat, Bella here, as I'm sure you can hear. She might be a guest on these casts. Yes, hi. But anyway, we are moving on in Group A, which is the third group to cast. Not sure what's up with the order there. Why they're all mixed up. I think just the YouTube channel I'm getting these from had them in a strange order. Yes, fine. But could also be that's the order they were played in. No specific reason you have to do Group A first. But this is going to be a Zerg mirror. We have JJUB again, and his opponent's going to be JinNam, and I'm going to watch very carefully to make sure I know who's who. Okay, so blue is JinNam, which by process of elimination would make JJUB the orange Zerg. JinNam setting it to low latency. Now, I don't think that actually does anything because this is played on LAN, so I don't think it actually matters, but kind of funny, I guess. So no 4 pool. I didn't look at the name of this map. I did look at the name of the last map from game 1. That is Hall of Valhalla. So I was kind of right. I thought it was Valhalla, but I didn't get the whole thing. But that was the island map. Let's see what this one is like. Is this another island map? I think this is another island map. Interesting. Lots of island maps. 2 island maps in your pool. I mean, I guess the was it 2006? The what? Shinhan Bank OSL. I think it had 2 island maps. It had Paradox, which was that sort of continent map, and was there another island map in that pool? I don't know, maybe. We'll see from the builds here. If they both rush one base layer, then I'm gonna guess it's an island map. This is another gas first from JJUB. So yeah, I do think this is an island map. See what JinNam decided to do when we look at his base. And there's the pool. Come on, observer. I've looked at this one enough. Okay, it is gas first. Oh, but no, I think there's a hatchery. Yeah, so there's, I guess you can at least get to the second gas before getting lair. Players saying hi. I think the overlords saw each other, so they said hi. Just a different era, man. Players should be allowed to talk to each other in game. Now spool. You know what? Yeah. Now the spool is started for JinNam. Quick shot of the crowd. Hello. I think they're very focused on the game. Maybe too focused to even realize they were on camera. So spool finishing up here for JinNam and JJUB and an immediate lair. So this looks like the same build as his game against Gur. Gonna be quick Spire, and you know, in this matchup that is probably gonna be a lot better. I don't think he got much value out of that quick Spire against Gur. Didn't make any mutas, although mutas probably wouldn't have worked against Corsairs, but also just didn't get many connections with those Corsairs. So even his Scourge that he made didn't do a ton. He did get a couple Corsairs, but not really what he was looking for. In this matchup, however, you can build the Mutalisk unit, which is completely broken and essentially dictates the entire matchup. That and the Zergling, which is just the first unit you get, so I guess that's probably why it's so important in the matchup. I'm being stared at by a cat who, I don't know what she wants. Aw. Sitting up on my windowsill. So that is a second hatchery for JJUB, and there is the Spire. So I don't know if this is a true island map. Both players making Zerglings now, so it looks like there are ramps that allow you to get to your opponent's main, but they're sort of near the back of the base, so very long rush distances. And kind of surprisingly, JinNam is the one who's being maybe a little aggressive here, sending his lings forward. Do you think that JJUB will be the one to do that, given he did not build his second expansion? Just a little extra money for Zerglings, but yeah, he kind of concentrated more on getting that really fast Spire, whereas JinNam here has a second base. He is droning up, hasn't taken the gas yet, but he should do that pretty soon. Gas definitely the limiting factor for these muted plays, so getting that second gas is going to be a huge advantage if he can, you know, survive and not take a bunch of damage, given his later Spire. Zerglings, good God. Zerglings having some fun on the ramp here. Something just got canceled, I think. No, that must have been a larva morphing into an egg. That or he canceled something. I'm not sure what that would have been. Looks like a lot of mutas in production right now, though, for JJUB. I am a little worried for JinNam. Seen plenty of games like this, and there are the mutas flying across the map. Yeah, we've seen plenty of games like this in modern StarCraft, where one person gets faster muta, and then, yeah, I mean, this looks bad. So many drones are going to die right now, and really just not much he can do about it. Mutas are in production and does have this other base, so economically maybe he can recover. The problem is JinNam is just going to be behind on mutas forever, and it's going to be really tough for him to ever actually come back. A couple Scourge pop out, and actually a good fight so far for him. He got a bit of a better engagement than maybe he deserved. And his mutas, I mean, if he can kill off JJUB's mutas, maybe he can still win this game. Second hatchery, giving him access to a second gas is huge, and he looks like he is going to be able to at least push them away. I just want to know what his drone count is right now. I mean, there's one in the main. How many in the natural? Like, didn't have a lot left. The mutas for JJUB are running, and he has not started his second base yet, so he is just very firmly on one base here. Couple more mutas were produced. I imagine he's basically gassed, so not going to be making a ton of mutas with just one gas. Yeah, but look, I mean, he's got like 7 here. It's got to be really tough for JinNam at this point. He couldn't even get damage done with his lings, and those mutas were flying back into his base. Quick shot of the camera guy because, I don't know, reasons, I guess. So we're at a point now where JJUB, I think, is just at a huge lead. Even has more Zerglings. Looks like JinNam may have tried to get some damage done with his lings. I'd love to see how many drones are at JinNam's natural. Picking off an Overlord is nice. You know, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so there's some. So he's got a much better gas income. He's got double the gas. Natural now started for JJUB. The problem is, you know, you need minerals too. One. And you also need to build drones right now. It's not like he's got a larva advantage. So JJUB, with his better economy, can just build lings instead. And if he attacks with lings and mutas, and, you know, this is a lot of mutas, I just don't see what JinNam can do. He's built a lot of Scourge, and they're getting some good hits on these mutas. Maybe that's going to be enough to even this out. And now, I mean, JJUB is in full retreat with his Mutalisks. This is kind of just drawing the units away from the natural. There is a muta and some lings here, so it's not completely undefended. It's going to be dicey on whether he's got enough here to kill off this invading ling force. A couple more Scourge pop out. We'll see what he's got. I mean, not a ton of lings left, but only that one muta is going to take so long to kill them. And drones are dying. Excuse me. Now, the lings were cleaned up. Ooh, one left. Okay, now they're all gone. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, JinNam maybe has a chance still. The natural did just finish for JJUB. So he's still behind on that gas income. Hasn't started the extractor yet. And hasn't transferred drones either. So really just larva at the moment. And catching a couple overlords out here as well is pretty nice. If he can kill both these overlords, it's going to be... Nope. Okay, he got one of them. That cat. And now even getting some harassment done here, killing some drones of JJUB. So JinNam, he's making a play at it. A couple Scourge connect there. Now some Scourge of his own do connect as well. Did see at least one mutant get killed off there. So something. I mean, this game is still going, which I'm kind of surprised of. I mean, JinNam is just so low on drones. He can't even use the second gas. And again, like he can't really drone up more. He's at such a unit disadvantage. He has to build units with his minerals. So, you know, that economy is just not getting closer for him. And, you know, if JJUB had just never expanded, okay, maybe he can try to get enough to have 2 gas going, but JJUB has a second, so there's no gas advantage now for JinNam. All we really have is a drone disadvantage, and at best equal units, but I think JJUB has more mutas as well. We are in that sort of Zerg mirror time where neither player can really kill the other, though, or at least they're not trying to right now. So game is dragging on. Don't really know exactly when. I mean, JJUB most likely is going to be able to finish this one off. Having to reproduce those overlords. I mean, that's pretty nice. Every overlord that JinNam can kill, that is pretty relevant. He's only actually got 2 drones on gas right now. Maybe it's 2 at each. Look at this mutaflock, though. I think JJUB is going to try to end the game right now. And he's just got such a huge number of mutas. I don't see how JinNam is going to be able to hold this. Losing this overlord as well is going to be super painful. And the mutas run. Well, okay. There was a big mutaflock there, but flying home now. He got that overlord and ran, so I guess that was enough for him. I mean, that is nice. I mean, like I was saying, that is nice to kill an overlord like that. So, I don't know. Guess it's good. Scourge kind of flying around, see if he can hit something, I guess. Maybe just scouting. Scourge do have that lower sight range, though, so not really great for scouting. Kind of a weird scouting unit, I guess. Like, they are often used for scouting, but a muta's usually better if you have them. But then, you know, losing the muta is way worse than losing a Scourge, so whatever. Usually, the scouting Scourge is more of a Cerberus Protoss tactic. Quick shot of our players. And still just dragging on this game. Really not even sure how to cast this. It's just kind of waiting for one player to do something. This, I think, is just the epitome of why I don't like the matchup that much. Just, you can get into these positions where neither player really wants to commit. You know, I don't think JinNam has any intention of committing to something for a while here. I think he just wants to drag the game out. And here we go, an actual fight. And really about as good as JinNam can hope for. It looks like the Scourge got some pretty good hits. And now the mutas are fighting each other. But it looks like JJUB just has way too many for JinNam, which is basically what I expected. And I think now he will just end the game. I don't see what JinNam can really do about it. He doesn't even have spore crawlers, or spore colonies, excuse me. If he did, maybe, but there's just none. And now even killing all these overlords as well. Possibly supply blocking JinNam. And JJUB is going to fly away? What are you doing, bro? Like, just end the game. This is so over. He could easily overpower any army that JinNam can get up right now. It's just kind of like, it's almost BM to not just kill him. But some links getting made to help out, I guess. Just look at all these mutalisks. You just want a huge muta fight. Go and kill the hatchery. All these drones are basically undefended. There is a muta army, but it's just so small. Like, you've got over double the number of mutas. Just go in the game, please. Creep colony is being made, so I guess this is going to be for a spore, but it doesn't even matter. Even if that was a spore, there's so many mutas that could easily take it out. Ling's running in here to the natural. Looks like they're going to kill off this spore before it even finishes. Well, no, actually it does finish, and dude, JJUB, can you just end this game, please? Finally committing to an attack. He's got like literally double the mutas. I don't know what he's afraid of. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you can't blame him for being careful, but like, it's like it's like borderline BM. You know, like just you're just enjoying the feeling of winning. So you're dragging out the game for no reason. Finally committing to this muta fight. GG from JinNam. So JJ will take the game. Yeah. Zergmir, everybody. Good lord. Cat, why? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this for some sadistic reason. Perhaps you just enjoyed my pain. But I do hope you join me for the next one. I'll see you then.